Thank you so much, Dr. Akeem, for joining me. I mean, on this short notice, we know we didn't make this known to you until the last minute, and you've mentioned a lot of things. Your presentation has really, I mean, brought a lot of thought-provoking matters. So I will want you to, briefly talk about yourself and delve into your company and who's your company for.
Okay, thank you so much, MUDATHIR. My name is Akeem Oyewale. I'm the CEO for Marble Capital. Marble Capital was set up about 3 years ago, and the objective was to be able to take advantage and enhance the growth of Islamic finance in Nigeria, ethical finance in Nigeria. We focus on three major pillars. The first one is asset management, that's portfolio management of investments to ensure investors are able to get competitive returns without necessarily compromising their convictions. That's number one. Number two, we provide advisory services. Now, our advisory services spans issuing house activities, and we also do ESG. From ESG, we do ESG certification, ESG audits, ESG reporting, ESG evaluation to guide organizations on how they are moving on in their journey on ESG compliance.
When I was looking through, I mean, your services, I saw, commodity fund. I saw. So can you talk a little bit about your products?
Okay, so commodities funds falls in that pillar of asset management and funds management. We have different funds. Some are bespoke, some are public funds. The first Halal commodities fund that was approved in Nigeria is the Marble Halal Commodities Fund. And that took us almost 2 years of engagement with the regulators, with the market, to be able to conceive and bring that concept to being. It's essentially meant to allow people to be able to take advantage of commodity as an alternative asset class. This is something that a lot of people are not aware of, or they don't know how to go about it. We have the expertise, we have the knowledge, we have the understanding of how the commodities market works, and we felt it was best for us to expose this to investors. The added advantage of commodities, especially the ones we deal in, is that they're also halal. So that literally is more like killing two birds with a single stone. You're able to give investors alternative assets. You're also able to give investors ethical and halal instruments to invest in. So we are seeing investors in the pension funds, investors in the individual investors, HNIs, that just want to take advantage of the commodities. Commodities, especially in Nigeria, where the current focus is agri-commodities, is the next frontier. We are 200 million people. We have to feed ourselves. We have a lot of crises in some parts of the country. We produce more food in one area, logistics of getting into the other. So all of these are intricacies in that space. You need a professional to be able to guide you. The good thing about it is that, and that's one of the opportunities we saw, is that the Securities and Exchange Commission has done a bit of heavy work, heavy lifting. They've been able to approve commodity exchanges. We've also seen some work done in securitization of some of the agri products. So you have securitized maize, you can trade paddy rice, you can trade sorghum, you can trade cocoa, cashew. So you don't need to buy this physically. You can just buy it on an exchange, and it is linked to a warehouse. So the physicals will be there. You can decide to hold it, you can decide to trade it. You can decide to just wait. If the prices will go up, then you sell and make some decent capital appreciation.
I mean, this is wonderful, and is a new dimension into trading commodities.
Absolutely.
Most people think you have to go to the market, buy these commodities. The cost of transportation and everything. This really, cuts all those one off, and you can make your money. At the comfort of your home.
We are even getting to an advanced level where with the mobile app, you can actually buy the mutual funds, which is what we have launched, with as low as 50,000 naira, and of course, those that have hundreds of millions can participate as well, but we try to democratize access. So with a low figure, 50,000 naira, 100,000 naira, 200, you can actually buy. And we've also made it so attractive that you can buy on a regular basis. So if you are a salary earner, you have 20,000, 50,000 to spare per month or so much more, you can just do a direct debit with your bank. And every month they debit your account, they notify you, we get alerts, you've already pre-filled the form, so the investment goes on automatically. So you're just investing on a regular basis, and that's a good way of saving.
This is wonderful. I mean, a lot of people will have to take advantage of this because I believe, I mean, the more simpler these things are, the more accessible they are, and the financial inclusion as well is very important. So let's just go a little bit into when you got the letter saying that you are going to be attending this conference, and you saw the theme just transitioning. What came to your mind? What ran into your mind there? What were you thinking about?
Yeah, so I mean, towards a just transition, essentially for us, we thought it's actually something that is due. I mean, that we understand it to be, it's an avenue for investors to realize that it is important for us to transition into what we call halal economy. That is the way we term it at Marble. I mean, there are several areas of the halal economy. Here we've been talking so much about investments, but that is just one area. We believe that a country like Nigeria should take advantage of this halal economy. I mean, in terms of our food systems, in terms of our technology systems, in terms of pharmaceuticals, in terms of recreation, hotels. Yes, Islamic finance is that big elephant that a lot of people see. But supporting and enhancing that growth of the halal economy at different facets. Given the numbers that we have in our country, we have more than 100 million people as Muslims. It's just natural that at a point in time, we have to take advantage of the opportunities in that space. And as we heard from the presentations as well, I mean, the Islamic finance or Islamic or halal economy is not for Muslims alone. It's for anybody that has a desire to invest in ethical instruments, to partake in ethical instruments. So if you have a restaurant, for example, that says, that has halal stamp, that everything you produce there is halal, the confidence that anybody, whether you are a Muslim or non-Muslim, takes to that place is that they know that such a restaurant, apart from the regular food and health safety checks, they've also been able to go through additional checks by an halal certifier to be sure that the processes, the serving points, the hygiene, they are all taken care of. Now, that halal stamp is something that I believe needs to be viral in our economy, whether it's regarding your hotel accommodation, whether it's regarding your finances, as we could see from Islamic finance as well, halal instruments, a lot of investors or a lot of people that need money, they actually go to a Taj Bank, a Lotus Bank, Jais, because at the end of the day, you are sharing risk and sharing rewards. It may end up being a lot cheaper than just going for a direct loan where you pay 20%, 25%, interest and all of that. So we think the just transition is now. We need it now. And the conversations here from Malam, from the 14th Emir of Kano, Sanusi, Mohammed Sanusi II, from the presentation by the Vice President, by the SEC DG, and everybody that's spoken here shows that Nigeria is at that cusp where we need that investment and that knowledge and awareness about what Islamic finance is all about, but for us, more about what the halal economy is able to provide.
I mean, that's wonderful. I mean, looking at, the halal certification, I mean, it's so great when we look at, you've been able to mention the opportunities in this. So you didn't really only limit it into investing alone, but other, sources. I mean, so this is wonderful. And we would like to thank you for, taking time from no time to join me on this wonderful, interview.
Thank you
I
so
hope
much.
I will get you in another interview soon. Thank you so much.
Inshallah.
So thank you so
Thanks so
much.
much,
Really
brother.
appreciate it.
Okay,
Thank you.
then.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.